but they had a whole hearing where, like, basically the judge went, "Can you explain to me how this isn't unethical and corrupt as fuck?"
Yeah. So she actually showed up in court. Not she didn't show up in court. Her case showed up in court 2 days ago, and she did not show up. And
She didn't show up.
She didn't show up, and the other side's
Wow.
attorney said that she had not been communicating with them at all. And
Oh no.
The impression I got with it by the end of it was that the people are now representing themselves in that matter. To which, by the end of the case, the judge was like, "Yeah, you guys are stupid. You shouldn't be representing yourselves in this matter."
Hey, guys.
Ava, calm down.
There we go. Sorry. No, you're good. I know what I had in order to full screen it for my side, how I set it up and everything. I had to actually click a play for a second.
Oh no, we're not really watching through that one, because that one, it's really just the judge is like, "Where is she?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, she's gone." And they're like, "Okay, well I guess she's gone."
So we're doing the North Dakota judge then?
Well, I got this shared to me, both of these in different people in my chat, and I was like, these could be fun to watch. The North Dakota one is interesting because he ends up just
Ivan asked for
releases the whole arraignment document. It has it at the top.
There, chat. We're in court. I have my suit on. God.
And then the other thing that's going on to keep an eye on is the United States is prosecuting a foreign dignitary.
Indeed. That's going to be very interesting. I have actually read out of the entire 25-page indictment. I will say there are weak parts, there are strong parts. For those who are saying that we've never done this before, we literally did this to the Panama president back in 1990s. Similar charges and stuff too. And the fact of the matter is, since 2018, over 50 countries, including the United States, have not recognized Maduro as the head of state of Venezuela because he has lost 2 elections, one in 2018 and one in 2024, in which he just stayed in office and just kept being president. So a big thing where it's like, oh, well, as a head of state, I have immunity. That's not really going to work, given Biden is actually the one who revoked his immunity status when he refused to recognize Maduro as the legitimate head of state of Venezuela. So it's going to be interesting what happens. There's 4 total counts. Conspiracy to commit narco-terrorism, conspiracy to import cocaine, and possession of machine guns and destructive devices, and conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices. I think those last 2 charges are not gonna stick, but I think the first 2 charges probably have a pretty decent, as long as we have our evidence that we need. I hope to God we didn't take a president of a country and we're charging him without any actual evidence. That would be terrifying.
Yeah, we could take a president of a foreign country.
We've done it, like, more than once, so it's not like I'm not shocked at that.
The one thing I always had to, like, tell people was, because everyone's like, but the United States has now set up a, what you call it? A precedent that any country can do this, so what's to stop Canada from coming to the U.S. and kidnapping Trump? It's like, our military.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like, ultimately speaking, and while I might not agree with it, the fact of the matter is, geopolitically speaking, might's right makes right. And while other people can make these arguments that, oh, what's to stop us from coming to, arrest Trump? Fucking try it, man. I'm sorry, but, like, it's, even though I don't agree with exactly how we're handling or trying to handle things after we've taken Maduro, I know for a fact that these other countries can't come and arrest Trump. They can't, like, the slippery slope fallacy is kind of tiresome to me.
Yes. I just find it funny. Because, like, what's to stop another country from doing it? Strength. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
look, and for all things set aside, it was really dumb of Maduro to quite literally yell on camera, on television, "I'll be here in Caracas waiting, come and get me." Trump took that personally. I'm sorry.
People pretending military action needs precedent is so funny. Yeah, that's the thing. Because everyone keeps saying, well, it violates international law. It's like, we established the international law. It's our military
Well, we're not
that
actually a
upholds it.
part. Well, that's the thing. The issue with it violates international law, right? We had to be a part of the International Crimes Court for that to even be considered, and we're not. There's a lot of things that would give us international accountability that we have chosen not to participate in, largely because of situations like this. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But what I am saying is that Maduro being removed as the illegitimate president of Venezuela is ultimately a net positive. How we deal with things after this, actually setting up somebody, just installing the person who won the 2024 election, great. Sadly, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like we're going to do that. And it looks like this was motivated by oil.
Probably. I personally don't really care either way at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and maybe
that's
I should, but I just don't. What's going to stop China from doing the same? The fact that I don't think China wants to see the repercussions of that action.
Let's be real, I don't see China doing. Like, I know China's quote unquote powerful. I use that term very sparingly. But I don't
numbers.
see them managing. Yeah, they have numbers. That's the thing. They have numbers, but they don't necessarily have a tactical insertion team like Delta who can fucking go in and grab Maduro in 36 minutes. Like, the entire fucking operation took under 3 hours. Guys, DoorDash takes longer to get our DoorDash to us than it took the United States to take a foreign dignitary.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Also, thank you, Nerdy Text Accountant, for the 5. Here's some more burger money. Sorry, Ava, you'll have to eat cookies to sustain yourself.
I don't have any cookies, and I hate why? I don't
Why
like
is
candy. I don't like sweets. I am salty, not sweet.
What is wrong with my VTube studio?
What's wrong with it?
It's like, look, it's freezing. I don't understand what's wrong.
Yeah, no, that's a problem with me too. If I have VTube Studio focused, it's like super laggy and stuff. But if I put a focus on a different window, it's fine.
Okay, well, I'll click off YouTube Studio then. I don't understand.
It should be fine now.
What's going on? Nope, it's freezing still.
Damn. You wanna maybe restart before we get started? Yeah, that's no problem. Guys,
I don't know what's wrong.
They banned me from their Discord server. I'm writing a Google Docie right now.
What?
I don't know.
Also, Toa for 5, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Oh, Festiva for 5, thank you. Considering Russia's boats just floated next to the oil tanker we just took and did nothing. Oh yeah, that did happen as of this morning. We seized another, we seized it with help with England now. We seized another sanctioned oil tanker. And yeah, like, Russia was literally floating right there and did nothing. Just quite literally, like, my god. We don't fuck around, I guess. And if I could tell one thing to everybody, don't fuck with America's boats. Like, you think it might be a good idea, trust me, it's not.
Never touch the boat.
Never touch the boat. He touched the butt.
Last time someone touched the boat, we dropped the sun on them twice. That's the rule, chat. You touch the boat, we drop the sun on you.
The first time somebody touched our boats, We created the Navy with the express intent of attacking and destroying pirates. It's in our fucking charter. Literally.
I had to reset my face.
Download.
It's not picking up my mouth again.
Oh no. Are you guys here for the scuff? Cause you're about to get the scuff.
I blame VTube Studio on this one. Yeah, give me 5 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
We're just gonna deal with VTube Studio being a pain in the ass today, I guess.
There he is. Okay, let's get him over here. There we go. Alright, they'll be right back. Do we have... Hello? Oh, there we go. Your model keeps trying to, like, hide in the corner.
I am returned, chat.
Welcome back.
Forgotten
There
Son
we
for
go.
5. Hey, Ava, never got the chance to say this, but in 2025, I'm glad I met you.
Oh, thank you.
Look at you, you got your fan club in chat.
I do. Bandog for Saint for 5 months says martyr me in scuff. Not sure what that means.
But let's go ahead and pull this up for you guys. Oh, gotta click off VTube Studio or it's gonna shrink me. So are you prepared, Ava?
I am prepared.
So I will apologize, chat. Normally what I do when I do these is I try and find like a clean recording of just the court case. I could not do it for the cases in these. I looked everywhere, but these guys seem to be the only ones that have them, unless I'm just searching for the wrong thing.
And they're gonna fucking talk. I mean, what?
Yeah. But let's give it a shot.
Guys, and welcome to today's video. We've got 3 solid courtroom moments lined up for you. First, we're kicking things off with a Karen making a scene in Judge Shackelford's courtroom.
All right.
Then we move on to 2 separate cases, where courtroom behavior goes
That's quite
so
a
far
name.
off the rails that it ends with completely unexpected jail time.
Oh,
We'll start
actually,
in
yeah,
Judge
pause it
Shackelford's
real quick.
courtroom.
Sorry, one of my chatters actually just mentioned something that is something that's gonna happen. Mujin
What?
is gonna do a video on Elfin. Okay, well, for those who want to know my opinion on Elfin, I think Elfin was really retarded and tried to gay up her nudes off the internet. I don't think she was actually 17 when she started content creation. Moving
Yeah.
on from that, Keyman1737 says, didn't Trump want to bring back privateers? Yes. So, a Republican has presented a bill that, if signed into law, will allow private citizens to basically become privateers and fight fucking drug narco terrorists on the high seas. Like legitimately. And now, of course, the odds of this bill passing, slim to none, but kind of amazing to think about.
Also, some people would say there's like no, it's like a wild idea and there's like no precedent first for it. First
There's
off,
lit-
it was something
there's
we
so much
used to
precedent.
do.
That's literally what there's
And
hundreds
second off,
of
we
years
still
of precedent.
kind of do it. Not
Yeah,
with
we
boats,
do. We
but
absolutely
we do have
do.
bounty hunters that you can be like a legally recognized bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Like there are ways to do it. It's just we kind of stopped
There are
doing it with boats.
I mean, it would be honestly freaking wild to see privateers in like a freaking like fancy schmancy like yacht, right? Just running up with a 50 cal, this freaking panic mounted to the front of it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What was I gonna? I had edited something I was gonna say. It might come back to me in a bit.
I have faith in you.
I think it's gone. God, why is my
Ah,
VTube
shit.
studio just like killing itself? What the fuck?
It does not have a good. It's not having a good time. Oh, there you are.
I don't understand what's killing it.
Is the lighting weird? Maybe.
Nah, I got more light in my room than ever.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that. Just someone walking in, casting a radiant spell. His fucking pure light in your room. I got more light than ever. Maybe that's the issue. Too much light can mess with tracking too.
Here, let me then. We'll go back to darkness.
Tank
Hello,
Hill,
darkness,
propane.
my
I
old
mean,
friend.
not complete darkness, but
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, like, if I was Muujin, and I'm not Muujin because Muujin's an idiot, I would not touch the elfin thing with a 10-foot pole.
no.
Because when you're when you're dealing with claims of CSAM material, you do not want to touch any part of it. Because
It really
if it is
does.
true, it doesn't matter why you were looking it up. You looked it up, and it is
You looked it
typically
up.
saved on your
You looked it
computer.
up under an allegation. See, it's one thing for Elfin to spread her nudes about to however many people she did, and then later claim, "Oh, I was 17 when I did that. You have CSAM." Do you not think that's
Yeah.
not a gay up to get someone to panic delete a picture? I do. However, Muujin, be careful because you, understanding the allegations present, are choosing to look into it. That's dangerous.
Well, there's also the fact that what is the purpose of kind of looking into it, right? And I say this as somebody who covers like basically all drama. On one hand, either it's real and you're looking up CSAM just to look it up, I guess, and tell people that it exists, which why the fuck would you do that? On the other hand, she's lying and just trying to convince people to delete nude photos that they've been spreading on her, in which case you're just spreading non-consenting nude photos of somebody that doesn't want them spread. Either way, you kind of look like a dick. So I don't
Yeah.
understand why you would touch it. And that was like my only thing with the elfin thing is like the fact that she said that is wild. But that's all I can talk about with it.
Here's
Is
the
the
thing.
fact that
She said it. It's like, oh my god, she said it. And then literally the post directly under that was like, and all those people who have my nudes that are in possession of CSEM, you know, I'm like, there you go. I mean, she said the quiet part out loud. There are people who have her nudes. She doesn't want to have her nudes, and I'm sorry, but one of the most powerful fucking cards a woman could play is, hey, I took those when I was underage. You're in possession of child pornography.
Yeah. It's one of those things that you just don't touch it. And that's why I don't like people like Muujin and them, is despite what people say about me and how I cover drama, they will literally touch anything and not think about it. And it ends up putting them in these really stupid situations where there was no reason for them to touch this.
Yeah.
Other than saying, she said this, that's a crazy thing to say.
Which, let's be real, it is an absolutely crazy thing to say. And it's crazy for her to say that. But she's not exactly the most sane or stable person out there in the content creation sphere to begin with. So when someone's name has psyop in the fucking name, just take what they claim with a grain of salt, is all I'm saying.
Yes. I'll also clarify this, because I saw a lot of people saying this. Yes, what she did would technically, at least in the US, she's in Europe, I don't know how their laws work. In the US, it would technically fall under distribution and production. However, if you look at historical cases of this, it is very rare, see not zero, but pretty much zero, that a judge convicts a child of producing CSAM of themselves.
It's very difficult. Because the issue is, And again, this is coming from somebody who has had to deal with these cases. I have served as a guardian ad litem. I have served as minors counsel. And the issue with this is the 17-year, even though they're 17, they're in the age of minority, and they are still technically viewed as the victim. There's many arguments that they were coerced to fucking produce those images. They were such and such and such and such. And to the state, they can't consent. They can't sign contracts. They can't. There's a lot of things that they can't do. That makes you go, okay, well, God, you would need to prove a lot of cosmetics and intent and like adult maturity in something I don't think you could prove an elfin.
Yeah. Even then, it's very rare first off, it's rare that it will even get to court.
Yeah.
A lot of times the police will just be like, that was dumb of you, don't do it again. If you're actually still underage, they'll talk to your parents and be like, this is what your kids are doing. You need to they need to not do that. And they'll even give you the whole speech like, this is illegal and you can go to jail for this for a very long time.
They're more likely to arrest the parents over like some serious contributing to the delinquency of a minor or something than they would actually arrest the minor for posting nudes of themselves online. I'm not joking. So it's a messy situation. It's clearly there's more to it than what's just being said on the surface. And I would avoid looking into it with these allegations present because it makes it look like you're looking into CSCM. Which, dude, nah, don't do that.
Like, you guys need to remember, the police will threaten a lot when it comes to kids. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do it. The reason they do that is the whole scared straight mentality. Typically speaking, you only have a child tried as an adult in a violent case. Typically when one where like it's like, oh my god, what the fuck, and there's a clear like disregard for human life and shit where there's something more wrong here than just the kid not understanding that, you know, it's a very high bar to actually get and try a child as an adult. Yeah. By the way, I heard they managed to get and recommit the what's her name? Shit, fucking the Slenderman girl. Yeah, I expected that. I didn't think she'd get far. Well, she fucking escaped at one point. Yeah. And when they found her, recommitted her. I just didn't think she'd get far. No, I didn't think she'd get far either. 8 months. Hoi hoi, 8 months. To change topic to something better, Ava, what's your opinion on the possible New Vegas remaster? Listen. Trust me, nobody's happy. Is nobody happy? Everybody who's doing the remaster? I don't know. I don't think either company can do it, though. You don't even think Obsidian could? I mean... Oh, Obsidian's lost basically everybody that worked on the original New Vegas. Oh, well, shit. Okay. Well, you know what's funny? Timothy Kane mentioned he was working on a project. And that would be freaking pretty cool to see. The best one of the OG fucking Fallout people is working on a New Vegas remaster. Oh my god. I think the best chance to revive Fallout is the original creators to just make something new and don't call it Fallout. Sadly, they kind of already did that and it didn't really work. Fair play. Yeah. Anyways, chat, we do have court to cover. We do have court. Come on, chat. God, you're distracting us. Ava's in the suit and everything already.
Where a temporary judge is filling in.
I'm here, Judge.
And honestly, if you closed your eyes, you'd swear it was Judge Shackelford himself. Same tone, same authority, same zero tolerance for nonsense. So let's jump right in.
Calling case 251851 OM, People versus Alyssa Hall.
Morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Kent on behalf of Ms. Hall. Wait formal reading stand mute. Request matter be set for settlement conference and discovery order to enter.
Ms. Hall, can you state your name for me, please?
Alyssa Hall.
Did you go through your advice of rights with your attorney, Ms. Hall?
I did.
Okay, did you have any questions about your constitutional rights?
No,
And did you allow him to sign your name to your advice of rights?
I did.
Okay. And so in front of me, I have an order for discovery. I will have that signed. We're going to be adjourning this for a settlement conference for your attorney to get the discovery or all the evidence that the other side has. For purposes of arraignment, I'll enter a not guilty plea.
Holy shit, it's Alyssa McConte.
Miss Hall, you're gonna have some bond conditions.
Who? The lady here?
Yeah, I was just fucking around though.
Don't think it's confirmed, but E remaster by Bethesda would piss everyone off because of Todd Howard.
Todd Howard, just in general, pisses people off. Let's be real.
I don't know. I'm kind of coming around to Todd Howard. I have faith in the Toddster.
16 times the detail.
See that mountain? You can climb it.
But I will say his presentation of that game was so alert. So
Look,
that
chap.
you'll comment.
We can all shit on Bethesda and Todd, but we all bought Skyrim 10 times, and we all still play it for like 2 weeks at a time every year.
I have bought it twice. No, 3 times. Shit. Yeah, fuck, goddamn. Todd, how'd you do that? What the fuck?
I actually have only bought it twice. I bought the original and the special edition.
That was my only like pre-order midnight fucking release thing I ever went to. I was 10 years old, 11, got a fucking because my guardians and shit were way too old and sleepy to make it. But I stayed the night at a friend's house, and they took us at midnight to the like the release, right? And that's the only freaking like in-person midnight release thing I've ever done.
Fair.
Was Skyrim, and then I bought special edition.
You're in court as directed. You have a $1,000 personal bond. I think I missed that. You're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any crimes while released. And you're to immediately notify the court of any change of address or phone number. Give me just 1 second.
I do have a question on that. My bond was returned to me.
You don't have to post any money.
Well, I know that, but I thought all bond conditions were done because the bond was returned.
Wait, what?
I thought I didn't have any bond conditions because I got the bond money back.
That's not... God damn it. Alright, I see what's happening.
Also, this is something you just talk about with your lawyer afterwards, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is not something you bring up right here.
By the way, thank you, Old Chip Kringle, for the 2 bananas. I appreciate the bananas.
You got 2 bananas. What the fuck?
Yeah, Old Chimp Kringle comes in. He gives me bananas. Thank you, Wolfsbane, for the 2.
Amazing.
Hello, head pats for everybody. Appreciate it. Where's my head pat button? Does my head pat button still work?
Head pat. Mine always
Listen.
works.
Hey.
I never leave the house without it.
And MommaOcco 5 says, I bought it once, I win.
A banana.
And thank you, Gabby, for the 100 biddies. Ava outside, I can't believe that.
Hey, you know what? I have freaking like I'm literally looking at my freaking recurve bow because I've done hunting and shit before. I bet I'm outside more than most of chat.
Fair.
Well, Ms. Hall, we're doing the arraignment now, which is we hadn't done before. So she's going to give you the bond conditions, but the bond, the monetary bond is personal, means you don't have to post any money.
But you still have to adhere to the bond conditions I just stated. Do you understand?
Say yes.
Yes or no? Do you understand, or do you need me to go through them again?
I suppose.
It's a yes or no question, Ms. Hall.
Don't do this in
Yeah,
front of a
it's-
judge.
No, I never understand why people do this. I understand psychologically why they do, It's to retain some semblance of control, but that's the thing about being in court. You have no control. You have suggestions you can make that might steer the ship one way or the other. That's about it. Everything else is yes, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, Judge, no, Judge. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that, Judge.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like-
really, that's what you're restricted to.
That is the best advice I can probably give anybody show up in court. The two phrases you're allowed to say are yes, Judge, no, Judge. That'll get you
100%.
through almost every court hearing perfectly fine. Don't start, like, getting snippy with the judge and doing this, oh, well, I suppose, I guess.
No, they
it's
will.
fine, whatever.
I have seen judges go on fucking tirades over even a perceived slight. You have to be careful of that shit.
Yeah. What about fuck you, Judge? You are going into jail today.
Yeah, that's contempt. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Also, thank you, Old Trip Kringle, for the 5. Only bought it twice. The second time was because a streamer said they never played it, so I had to. To be fair,
Nice.
you can, if you've never played Skyrim, you can argue about, like, the ethics or whatever of buying it. But a lot of times the special edition is on sale for like $4. So for $4,
Yeah.
it's definitely
I
worth
just saw it
it.
on sale for like $1.90 something.
Yeah, for like $4, the game is definitely
Yeah,
worth
it's
it.
like, yeah, fucking, I'm willing to buy that.
That probably affects how Skyrim has been viewed over the years too. Because once it hit Steam, everybody that bought it typically bought it for like between $5 to $10. So
That's
nobody
what
was like,
happened to
God,
me.
this $60 game fucked me over.
No, I bought it and then they released like the Steam version, which I bought, and then I bought special edition. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
But I
so
only
you're
bought
telling me it's a
special
bad
edition
idea to
because the
accuse the
mods.
judge of going to a swingers resort?
Oh my god, I still love that fucking. I want somebody in chat to hunt down that clip where she just straight up says that, and our reaction was fucking great. I just yeah, because you go to a swingers club with them. I'm sorry, fucking what?
I need you to recuse yourself because you go to a swingers club with my ex-husband.
Yeah.
That's what?
Yeah, and here's the thing. The judge did laugh, which is technically inappropriate, but look, I can't blame her. That was such a wild allegation.
Like, how do you react to that? That's not somebody accusing you of, like, actual normal impropriety. Like, oh, I think
Yeah.
you're being unfair to me. I think
No,
you're
this is the
working
most
with the
ridiculous
prosecution.
fucking claim.
It's, I think you went to a swingers club with my husband. It's like,
You know what? I'm
what?
willing to bet that judge had never faced that allegation before.
Yeah.
I am willing to bet. You know what? I've been on this bench a while. I've heard a lot of things. That's the first time I've heard that one.
Oh, yeah. That was so good. And what's funny is that lady got away with basically just some of the worst court disrespect I've ever seen.
She really did. She really that was my criticism of the judge. I would have been a lot harder on her than she was.
Oh yeah, no, that's a gavel down moment. Especially when she wouldn't drop it, she just kept bringing it up. It's like, okay, we're done today. Oh, sorry, chat, we're getting off topic.
I don't understand how there is still petitions when my bond was returned, but that's apparently something else according to my lawyer, so it is what it is.
Yes,
Oh
that's how
my
it
god,
works.
Jesus!
That's what they explained to you. Is that's how bond
It is
works.
what it is. You know what? 5 memberships for my chat for that one. That's how stupid that was.
Oh god, this woman is so dumb. Stop doing this in court.
Ah, damn! I don't have money. Never mind.
Oof, pain.
No, I'd be happy to explain it to you. So you're on bond. So whenever you have a pending case, you
They
are
let
out
you
on bond.
send out
Instead of being in
free
custody,
gifts
you're
and
out on
memberships,
bond.
per
I'm
month.
giving you a personal bond, which means you don't have to
I
post
should look into that.
anything, but you still have to adhere to your bond conditions. You can't go and commit a murder when you have a pending case. Does that make sense?
Not exactly, because the rules change once you have a pending case. You can't have your bond revoked for something that happens when there's no case hanging over you. But once there is a pending case, even something as minor as disorderly conduct can be enough to get your bond pulled. And in this situation, that context matters. She was originally arrested for domestic assault, bonded out,
Oh, Jesus.
and the charges were dropped, only to be
Okay,
filed again
geez,
later.
Wow.
Which means this isn't a first appearance at all. This is her second arraignment on the exact same charge.
So this is a new case then off of that original case, because I originally got that bond back and told that nothing further was going to happen. And then all of a sudden I was told I missed a court. So I'm still confused. Is this not?
Yeah, for my chat is wondering, yeah, a lot of this has been a critique of mine about Zoom court, but yes, a lot of people will literally attend court in their car. And that's what she's doing.
Yeah, I don't get why it's always
Nothing.
the car. I guess it's because people are at work. So they leave work to go sit in their car to do this.
Yeah, and it's a side. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. It's just I don't like it.
And I hate it too.
Okay, so we're gonna do a full arraignment, okay, Mr. Panto?
I'm just confused.
I understand. I'm gonna go through it with you. Because that's part of the arraignment is to understand what you're being charged with. So give me 1 second. Let me
I'm
pull
being
up
charged for disorderly conduct at my brother's house. I understand that.
Look, if you don't want to sit in court all day, accept everything the judge tells you, and as soon as you're out of the door, look to your lawyer and say, "Can you explain that to me?"
Honestly, yeah.
Don't
Is
tell
this
the judge
Boston?
you don't
I
understand,
Don't
because you're going to
think
be in there
so.
all day.
I don't think so. The state seal is behind her, I think, but I don't think we're in Boston.
Yeah, I don't recognize the flag either.
Nothing will ever top the vaping security guard on the Zoom court from the Johnny Depp case. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. He didn't give a fuck.
Gosh.
That's the
But-
judge.
The day my bond was returned and they sent a letter stating nothing is going to happen at this time. And then
And I'm. Go ahead.
They have the right to review and file charges, which they did, and that's why we're at today's point.
all right, can we
So they-
Take
Okay.
the L, woman.
So they reissued the charge, and I'm reassessing a bond, which means you have bond conditions because technically you're out on bond. I'm assessing you a $1,000 personal bond, which comes with bond conditions. So I see where you would get confused if the one before got returned to you, but we're back at it. They
Yeah.
reissued this case.
I just don't even understand how they reissued the case because it was my brother kidnapped my kid. But it
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shut your
damn
mouth,
it.
woman. Holy shit.
God damn it. Yeah, guys, don't do this. Don't do what she just needs to take the L, walk out, call her attorney afterwards, and ask what that meant. That's
Yes.
all she needs to do here. I understand her confusion.
I don't even
Because
understand
she
why we're
thought she
here.
was in the
because my
clear,
brother
now she's
kidnapped
being
my kids.
recharged. What the fuck? I get that. That's upsetting. But seriously, bite your fucking tongue. Call your lawyer after. God damn.
Lawtism bingo has to have a fuck you judge square. To be fair, we rarely hear the fuck you judge.
Yeah, I think we've only done that like once or twice.
There was like a crazy sovereign citizen that tried to pull it, and that went over
Yep.
about as well as you thought for him.
is what it is.
Instant
I have
go to
my
jail.
own issues
Yeah.
with Taylor Police Department and everything else right now that I'm going through. So
Okay, well, you're the one that has the case, so you're the one that has the bond conditions in the jurisdiction of this court, Ms. Hall. Do you understand your bond conditions, yes or no?
yep.
Just say yes.
Yeah, even look, believe it or not, even saying yep like that was enough to get
That's why there was a
fucking
pause by the
pushed back
judge.
from the court. Yeah, because the judge literally considers like, it's right on the line. Yes, judge. No, judge. Thank you, judge. These are
Yeah.
the only words you should know when in court and when like directly addressing a judge who has already ruled or is in the process of ruling on your behavior. This isn't the time for arguments.
Also, hi Galileo. Much appreciated having you here.
Sup, Galileo?
I know that my lawyer requested discovery.
I'm not talking to you. There's no question. So give me 1 second. I'm looking the report over.
Ryan Lupica.
Oh, sorry, that was so funny. She couldn't handle the silence the second she opens her mouth. I'm not talking
So my
to
lawyer
you.
did this.
What?
Well, you know your lawyer's in the room. Let him tell the judge what he did
Oh
when
my
he needs
god,
to tell
one
her.
more time, real quick. That was so funny. It was so silent for so long, and then all of a sudden.
I know that my lawyer requested discovery.
I'm not talking to you. There's no question. So give me 1 second. I'm looking the report over.
Ryan
man.
Lupica is the
Another thing to remember, and this lady doesn't seem to know it, just because the judge has declared that she is making a certain decision doesn't mean it is written in stone yet. You are still in the courtroom. You can still fuck yourself over.
Yeah, you can get it much worse or much better depending on how you behave.
Yeah. It is not written down yet. The judge can still be like, okay, well, now you're on a $10,000 bond. Have fun. Fuck off. Probably not that much.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact max and mins in this state. Whatever state this is. I don't know where we're at.
I don't even know what we're being charged. Oh, wait, no, that's right. It's a domestic assault.
It's a domestic assault.
I
Apparently
remember now.
against her brother. Or her brother's family.
My brother no, hey, her brother kidnapped her kids.
I want to know the context behind whatever the fuck happened here.
Yeah, I know, right? I would love to have been a fly on the wall on that one.
Is there a place?
there's an address.
That's what I'm looking for.
It's Ryan
It's on
Lupica.
Marvin Street in Taylor.
Ma'am, give me a second, okay?
This is why I hate paper.
This is why I hate paper.
Yeah,
I
that was
explained
weird.
to her that the court would require she have no contact with Mr. Lupica or his address.
Yeah, I just need for the
I
bond
don't talk to
condition.
my brother.
Ma'am,
Okay. No,
enough.
I'm fine.
Honestly, you're just digging yourself a hole right now, so just stop.
I'm not doing anything.
Ms.
Oh
Hall,
my god, girl, Jesus Christ. Like, if you can't help but mutter and do this shit, you should honestly just mute yourself so you can fucking sing to your fucking blue in the face, but this is not helping you.
Ma'am,
My
do
God.
not talk. I'm not doing
Yeah,
anything.
excuse you?
What part of do not talk did you not get? Did she stutter?
She really, I'm surprised. She just is non-stop. She does not get it.
here?
Marvin Street.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you're also gonna have no contact with Ryan Lupica or 13685 Marvin Street. When I say no contact, Ms. Hull, I mean no contact. That means you cannot.
You are so lucky the judge was looking down at her papers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
So
like, oh my
lucky.
god. I was like, oh my god. You're giving a double thumbs up in court? Are you fucking me? Yeah,
While
what the
rolling your
fuck?
eyes.
This is, oh Jesus, because this is why I don't like Zim Court. Because this kind of shit, it would happen in court. But I guarantee you, if she was actually standing there with a bailiff right there, able to fucking grab her and throw her in the cell, she would not
Yeah.
be behaving this way. Most
Means
people
you
don't.
cannot see.
But when you get the screen shit, you don't, I don't know, there's a disconnect there. You think you're untouchable.
Pretty much.
Email him, call him, or text him. That means nobody can do those things on your behalf. I see you're listening, but I don't need the attitude.
I knew it was going to happen when I saw the judge look up at the screen, and she was still doing it.
Yeah, she's just repeating herself. Hi,
Uh,
Lore
she-
Master Eva. How's it going, Pancakey? Welcome to the chat.
She is ruining herself in this.
I mean, yeah, no.
You cannot send a text message, a tweet, an instant message, or anything of the like. That includes contact on Facebook, Instagram,
Oh,
Twitter,
oh my
Cash App, or
God,
any
oh my
form of
God.
electronic communication whatsoever. If you have him added on any form of social media, you are to delete him immediately. Sending a blank message is considered to be contact, since I'm instructing you to take specific steps to make sure that does not happen. If the communication
What the
comes from
fuck?
you
Wait a
or by
minute. There was I'm sorry. Sending a blank message constitutes contact.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have that in there unless somebody was doing that shit at some point, and they had to add it in there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because that is such a weird, specific fucking. Hey, can't send blank messages either, motherfucker.
the
That's like
direction
how
of you.
what you call it, the Fruit of the Loom underwear has a tag on it that says it's flammable. Don't get it near fire. It's one of those kinds of warning.
Yeah, had just like somebody was dumb enough to try, so we had to fucking specify. But come on, people.
Yeah, when I said no contact, I meant no
I
contact.
meant no contact. Sending a blank message constitutes contact.
You're trying to get them to look
Goddamn
at your
children.
messages.
Be considered contact, and it will not be a defense that you accidentally contacted him. If he contacts you, you are not to reply. If he's at a public place, such as a store or a park, and you see him, you are to leave immediately. This is the order of the court. The victim in this case cannot change the order, only a judge can. If he were to invite you over or to ask to meet you anywhere, and you do so, that is a violation of this court's order. If we need to change this order at any point, we will have a hearing with both parties present. Do you understand that?
Yeah, my brother's dead to me. I don't talk to him.
And I'm sure your brother is enjoying the peace and quiet that comes with that decision.
Okay, I'm not all for the commentary, because we do the commentary, but that was a pretty good one.
Yeah. Also, like, she's lucky the case is over at that point, and the judge just kind of wants to
Yeah.
be done with it. You were in
No, for real, that
any other
could've been-
court, you're in
ooh.
so much trouble.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
Especially if the judge looks back up and you're doing that head shaking thing.
The
Like,
attitude with the body motions, yeah, that's real. Yes, absolutely. That can get you into some deep shit with a judge.
You know her lawyer is like, as soon as they leave the room, is like, what the fuck is
What
wrong
the fuck
with
are
you?
you? Yeah. If you
Why
were
are
in
you doing
person right
this?
now, I'd
Stop.
be slapping you silly, you fucking retard.
So, do yourself a favor. Stay away from him. Listen to your attorney. Maybe retire the petulant toddler routine before it lands you in even deeper trouble. Because
for
coming
real.
up next is someone who didn't get that memo and managed to get himself
Oh,
arrested
no.
right in the middle of his own pre-trial hearing.
Daniel McGregor.
Oh, I love these.
This kind of looks like a church that got converted into a courthouse. Kind of a weird
You know
design.
what? I kind of think you're right. The high ceilings,
like-
especially.
Yeah, it's a weird way to
It
like have
feels like a
courthouse
cathedral.
set up. And the way the windows are.
Yeah, I mean, the freaking benches look like pews.
Yeah. And it's how they're positioned too, like the spaces between the walls, so like ushers could walk by them.
In fact, right behind the Judge Chris Martin here, right behind that wooden thing, is just you just see Jesus barely peeking out. Oh look! Oh, there he is. Him was in church.
All right, Mr. McGregor, this is cause number CR 24172.
Mr. McGregor.
And we're here on a status hearing regarding
one of Ava's
your
people.
hiring an attorney. Tell me where you're at on that.
Yes, sir. I had brought the paperwork that I needed to prove contingency. I brought the pay stub and the worth of my car. And
The worth of my car.
right now, I'm in between jobs, so I
He said contingency. I think he meant to say
Yeah,
like indigency.
Yeah, I think that's what Ting meant. It's just, it's really bad. This
He's
guy
trying to
does
prove he
not know
doesn't have
what's
money for a
happening.
lawyer.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
got approved for unemployment temporarily until I can get another job. I'm just waiting for those deposits to come through because sometimes they take a while to review. So currently I'm waiting for that to.
Oh, you know what?
Do you know how long
I've
it's going
seen
to
this.
take?
Usually they said about
You
6
have?
weeks sometimes
I
to
think so.
receive payment, but I'm still looking at jobs and I've got a few interviews scheduled as well. So
When are your interviews scheduled?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Today
pretty
and
sure I've
this
seen it
weekend.
before.
or tomorrow.
So we've had this conversation before, and I've told you that you've applied, and I've looked at your reapplication, and you still make more money than the minimum to have a court-appointed attorney. You understand that? Because you've reported that you have zero expenses. Because didn't you say you live with your father or something? You live with your father?
Yeah,
He pays all your expenses.
Oh. Hold on.
Yeah.
Opera ran out of memory.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
So,
here we go. We're back.
Yeah, while you do that, I was about to pause it anyways and just say, I understand, like, where the courts come from with this thing of, like, yeah, you could sell your car to afford an attorney and yada, yada, yada. It's like, I get it. That's not particularly realistic in a lot of cases, in my opinion.
It's really not. You're asking to... I mean, if you don't have a car, you're pretty much fucked in America.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, you could sell your car. Okay, yeah, but then after the court case, how am I going to get a job and go to work? Because now I don't have the car. Now I have to rebuy the car. And it's not like the lawyer just gives me the money back
Which I
after the
can't do
case.
because I don't have money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like,
basically tumble them into this fucking vicious cycle of not having enough money to get the basic things you need to function in society.
Yeah. Like, I somewhat get where they come from, but at the same time, I'm like, you can't just tell somebody, oh, we'll sell your whole
car.
life away.
That's insane.
so
Well, I understand.
Oh, yeah, and chat's right. Cars don't sell that fast. Unless you're just willing
they
to, like,
can be.
you can go to a dealership.
You can be sitting on one for months.
Yeah, you can probably go to a dealership and, like, quote unquote, trade it in, but then they're basically going to give you nothing for it.
But if you've got $3,000 in benefits coming to you, you've got $1,300 in a car, and you've got no living expenses, then all you have is income and no debt. And so state law says that it's going to have to be less, that your income is going to have to be a certain level above your expenses before the court is going to be able to find you indigent. So we had this conversation last time that you may have to sell your car.
but $1,300 doesn't help me get 10,000.
What kind of math is this? If you need $10,000 and your car is worth $1,300, then you don't suddenly have a solution. You still need $8,700 more. The logical adult option here isn't dumping the car for pennies. It's keeping it, getting a job, and using that vehicle to earn an income so you can actually afford a lawyer. Selling the one thing that lets you make money just to stay broke isn't strategy. It's self-sabotage.
It doesn't. It helps you. It would help me get 10,000 because that's $1,300 towards that 10,000.
They haven't released the funds at all. And
I'm sorry, but fuck you, Judge.
Yeah.
You are so disconnected from reality. This is ridiculous.
Because then what comes after that? Okay, now I've got the first, like, $1,000-ish to the 10,000.
Yeah, and I still have more than fucking, 3/5 of this to fucking make up with no way of making it up because I sold my own. God damn it. This guy's actually pissed me off.
No, not 30K car, 1,300, 1,300.
Yeah, 1,300. When he needs to come up with 10,000, and the judge is telling him sell his car.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
they're basically still reviewing. And the only money I had was the $111 from Abby's Bagels. So
Abby's Bagels?
that didn't last very
Sorry.
long because I asked them questions about their policy and they said that it wasn't working out. So,
How much are you paying your bondsman?
and what
How much are you paying your bondsman?
the bondsman, I paid $5,000 total. But that was when I had a job. HEB supplied my ability to pay.
Shit,
That
so he's already
Went away
thousands
because
in.
they took hours away and I was driving too far. So I've been kind of up and down with jobs. Like I've had 3 jobs the past year and none of them have worked out very well, just due to scheduling of new employees and overstaffing, things like that.
See, this is where like you have to kind of feel bad for people, and a lot of people don't, because they're like, well, if he didn't commit a crime, he wouldn't be in this situation. It's like, yeah, maybe, but you can't
I
just
wouldn't
like.
be in this situation.
But this doesn't fix it.
Yeah,
Like you're just kind
exactly.
of giving people the runaround on this kind of stuff.
All right, Mr. McGregor, I'm going to reset you for 2 weeks. Reset you for 2 weeks. I want you back here on October 17th. You come back and you still have a car and you still have income and you have no expenses and you come back without a lawyer, we're going to have a hearing on your bond. I may find your bond insufficient that day and I may put you back in jail. The longer you sit in jail, more likely you're going to become indigent to the point where I can appoint you an attorney. You see how that works? If you're going to pay your bondsman $5,000, you're going to have a job, you're going to pay them $5,000 and you're going to get out of jail, but you're not going to hire an attorney to go forward on your case.
I would hire an attorney if I had 10,000 to come up with, but it's just not possible for me.
You've got a car and you're unemployed, right? So you got a car so you could drive to all these different places that are all looking for people to hire, right?
I don't know how old this is. I imagine it's not like within the last 5 years that this case happened. People don't do that.
Yeah, I'm like,
anymore.
what if
That's
this
like a
boomer judge?
thought.
Yeah,
It's like a boomer thought, like,
exactly. I'm
just
like,
drive to
this
the
fucking
business and
boomer
ask
should
them
just
for an
go out and
application.
fucking knock on doors, give them a handshake, and tell them you're willing to fuck off. That's not how anyone gets hired anymore.
People don't do that these days. Like I had even when I was like I don't know 10, 15 years ago when I was trying to get my first job and my dad was insisting we do that, everywhere we went was still like, you know, you can just apply online. We don't really do
Apply online. Apply online.
indoor things anymore. Like everywhere we went was we don't really do applications anymore. We have a web portal.
Yep.
Like every single one of them. And that was like 15 years ago. And people
now
are still
I can't
like,
imagine anything's done in person other than the interview.
hey, look, it's everyone's parents' advice. Just go to the job store.
Yeah, just go to the job store.
So my dad actually apologized to me about that. Because yada yada things happen. He had to get a second job. And not only did he get a second job, he got a second
figured it
job
out.
in customer
He could-
service at like
Yo,
Walmart
oh Jesus!
just to make some extra money. And he came
That's
back to
bad.
me and he's like, is that really
I'm
just
so
like how
sorry.
people talk to you in customer service all day? I'm like, yep,
Yep.
all day, every day. And he's like, and like nowhere would take an application. Everywhere just said go to the website and then wouldn't even email me back. Yep, that's how they do
That's life.
you. Like once he had to actually do it, he's like, shit, man. Like I've had the same high skill labor job for 20 years and I couldn't even get a cashier deal at any store. He's like,
Damn
yeah,
right.
that's how they do you. Until they have to experience it, they will never really understand how bad it gets.
That's what I did for my family member. So I will just go out. I'm like, okay, you know what? Why don't you come with me? And I went to like this boardwalk place that had like 100 businesses on one line, right? Went into every single one of them. Not a single one fucking gave me an application or an interview or anything. It was always apply online, use the web portal, blah, 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 blah. And by the end of it, they're like, okay, you know what? I was wrong and holy shit, have times changed.
Yeah. And now it's even worse. Back then, you would go into like 5 businesses, get 5 applications, and get 3 callbacks. Now you go online, apply to 200 businesses, get maybe 1 confirmation email back if they have
Maybe
that
1.
set up, and then none of them actually call you in.
Yeah.
It's a rough market. It's why I don't blame people that are like, I can't find a job. Yeah, you probably can't. It sucks. It's a dice roll.
That's
and
life.
Big Buddhist for 5. Can this judge get anything done to him for being this boomer and detached from how things work? No. This is technically
Well,
how it's supposed to be, but it's shitty.
I don't know. I think an argument could be made about him compelling a defendant to sell critical assets needed to. I would. He would need a lawyer to make that argument, and he doesn't have a lawyer, so.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I'm pretty sure this is a thing where if he did have a lawyer, the lawyer would be like, Your Honor, you and I are both aware that's quite unfair. And how is he supposed to make money if he gets rid of his only transportation?
Sounds like it's possible to me. So I'm going to see you back here in 2 weeks. If you don't have a lawyer in 2 weeks, then we're going to discuss your bond that day.
All right, that actually seems fair. The judge gives him a chance to get his lawyer situation sorted out, despite the fact that he's facing some pretty serious charges. You can tell he's frustrated, but that frustration is entirely self-inflicted. And then, just as the hearing wraps up, he makes one last bad decision while walking out. Something small, something avoidable, that instantly flips the switch. And just like that, the judge's patience is gone, and he gets arrested right there in the courtroom.
Bring him back in here when you get a chance, Fabio.
Did he say something?
Oh, yeah.
I don't... Oh, the bailiff or whatever is chasing him down the hallway, I guess. I mean, I guess there's a possibility he slammed the door. But I feel like if it was... Oh, there he is. I guess we'll find out.
Mr. Gregor, you've just disrupted court with your behavior today and your actions. You understand that?
I accidentally tried to open it the wrong way. I apologize.
I'm going to find your bond insufficient today.
It was a... Fuck off with the door slam thing. No, I'm not tolerating that. If it was heavy enough to disrupt court, it would have shown up on one of the mics. Just like a slight amount. Any other amount that did not pick up on the mics could easily be excused as just a heavy door. Like, no. I just don't buy it.
Deputy Martinez, go ahead and take him into custody. Mr. Gregor, I'm going to appoint you an attorney.
So I might as well have stayed in jail, basically.
But you're going to jail now, and I'm going to up your bail to $150,000, and I'm going to appoint you an attorney.
No. That is a bullshit amount. $150,000 for supposedly a door slam. Also, I don't know if Ava's here. I think Ava has business going on in the background. We give Ava a minute, chat. But yeah, no, that is... I don't like that. It seems like such a dick move. I don't know. Maybe it's better for him in the long run because now he's getting a lawyer, but it just still seems like an asshole thing. But this is how it is sometimes with court. That's why you always gotta, like, be the best behavior. Top chat or live chat? I always use live chat. If you use top chat, So here's the problem, and why I don't really like how YouTube has the chat sorted. If you use top chat, it is going to cut out like 90% of the people chatting.
Yep.
And I don't even know how it chooses top chats. Maybe just people that are more active. I don't know the rules. But so I like to use live chat. But if you use live chat, it doesn't tell you if somebody like raids you or something like that. That only shows
Oh,
up
really?
in top chat for some reason.
That's that stupid.
Yeah, you're here. Yeah, no, Ava, you can have top chat, live chat, or fan funding. If you have fan funding or live chat, it will not tell you if you get rated. It has to be top chat.
Damn.
I don't know why. I can maybe understand it with fan funding, but on the live chat one, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't tell you that you're not that you're rated. And a raid message doesn't pop up anywhere else. It doesn't pop up in viewer activity or anything like that.
JB
I'll say,
Rating
but
Fire,
did you-
welcome to the chat.
Did you see what was going on?
Yes. Sorry, I couldn't talk, but I had the speakers on.
No, that's fair. I don't know. I don't like how he handled that. I feel it's a little unfair.
Not at all.
You have disrupted this court, and he's like, I'm sorry. And then, it said pull. I accidentally pushed, whatever.
Yeah. Also,
Maybe
Lady
that's a
Texan
lie.
Town, thank you for the 2 head pats.
No, here, I'll head pat myself. Back to the job market struggle. I've applied for so many jobs and haven't gotten a single callback or email. Yeah, that's life.
Yeah, I gave up on the job market.
'Tis the way of the world.
150,000.
Yeah, so I said 150,000,000, $150,000.
For opening the door the wrong way?
No, not for opening the door the wrong way. Do you want me to hold you in direct criminal contempt and sentence you to 6 months in jail, day for day, on top of a child charge that
180
you have?
days.
Do you want
I'm not
that?
sure. I am sure that's beyond your ability
Yes or no?
to do.
Yeah, so did you...
90 days is usually
100 for supposedly slamming a door. Let's assume he did slam the door. 180 days or 90 days, whatever he said, and $150,000 bond.
that's insane.
That feels power trippy.
Yeah. Appeal the shit out of
No?
this guy.
Okay.
I apologize.
So good. Well, it's done. What's done is done. You'll learn your lesson, I hope. All right. Go ahead and take him, and I'll send over an order.
Wow.
Well, that's certainly one way to qualify for indigent status. Now we move on to the next hearing, where we meet a defendant out on domestic violence charges who just can't stop violating the conditions of his bond. And as if that weren't bad enough, he tops it all off by saying the one thing you should never say to a sitting judge, especially not in the judge's own courtroom.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in Mr. Weathers, please.
The one thing you don't say. Don't I know you from a swingers party?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Conley.
Did you guys need Weathers, or what was the last name?
Yeah, Weathers.
That's my turn. Okay.
All right, thank
So
you. You are Casey Lee Weathers, is that correct?
So I'm to guess this
Oh, wow,
bottom
look
one
at this
here
guy.
is like the court cam. Because it
Yeah,
looks like they're bringing
probably.
people in and out and they're changing the name. This is probably like the local jail or some shit.
Yeah.
So then we have the court
This guy
clerk,
looks like
the
bad news.
judge. Looks like this might be the attorney for the defendant because it just says for defendant. The court reporter, and I'll be honest, don't know what the PAO is. The acronym.
Prosecuting
eludes me.
attorney.
Oh, possible.
All right, Mr. Weathers, I'm Judge Elsenheimer. I'm handling this matter today for Judge Hamlin. who's unavailable. This is an arraignment on a motion affidavit and bench warrant that was requested by the prosecutor's office in Grand Traverse County. And sir, you should understand that, well, before we get to that, let me identify who's here. On your behalf is your attorney, Ms. Conlon. Ms. Copeland is the court reporter. Ms. Henry is the clerk. Mr. Olson is here from the prosecutor's office as well. Sir, the allegation against you is that you had positive test results on the 13th and 15th of October. You had a testing regimen that was part of your bond. The allegation is that you violated your bond, and violation of a bond can be considered to be contempt of court, which can be handled criminally or civilly. If it's handled criminally, it's a separate criminal misdemeanor, carries up to 93 days in jail, a fine of up to $500, but you'd have all the same rights you have in every other criminal case, including the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you at the public's expense. You also have the right to a trial. At that trial, the prosecutor would produce evidence to establish that you violated your bond. The standard of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. You'd have the right to present your own defense, and if you needed someone to appear, I would order that to happen for that defense. If I thought that the prosecutor or Judge Hamlin thought the prosecutor had met that burden, he'd find you guilty. If he thought they did not, he'd find you not guilty. Ms. Conlon, you've had a chance to discuss this matter with your client, correct?
I have, Your Honor. Thank you. Mr. Weathers would admit to the alleged violations at this time.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
So, Mr. Weathers, your attorney indicates that you're going to accept responsibility for the
You're gonna
violations
plead
on those two
guilty.
dates. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, sir. I don't want you to talk about the domestic violence charge against you right now, third offense, or I suppose it's third or subsequent. We're not going to talk about that at all. We're only talking about this bond matter. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. The allegation is that you had test results on the 13th and 15th that were positive. It looks like they were positive
For
for
meth?
alcohol. Is it true that you used alcohol on those 2 days?
Yes, sir.
All right. So no surprise to you that you violated that you had positive tests on those
No,
days?
sir. Just
correct?
bad decisions, bad choices. That's it.
All right, I understand. All right, it's clear to me that you did violate your bond. I'm going to so fine. Let's go ahead and have a conversation regarding bond going forward. Ms. Conlon, we'll start with you.
Well, Your Honor, Mr. Weathers has been on bond since on or about July 22nd. He's been compliant with his bond conditions up until these violations. He did, and he and I had to talk about this, Your Honor, when I got the bench warrant. He admitted freely to me that he did relapse to alcohol. He had some stressors going on in his life, and unfortunately made a bad choice to drink, and he'd be the first person to tell you that. But other than this, he has done quite well on bond. He has not violated the no contact order at all. And he's been compliant with all of the terms. And he did turn himself in on the warrant, Your Honor. He is employed. He has jobs he can get back to if he's released. We do have a final conference in this matter on November 8th, and then we've got trial dates in December. So we'd respectfully request, Your Honor, that bond be reinstated with whatever conditions the court would feel appropriate to ensure that Mr. Weathers does not drink again.
Judges can be kind of hard asses in this situation.
A cam unit. He will gladly pay for and wear a cam unit till we get this matter resolved in order to be free to work.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Let's go ahead and hear from the prosecutor, Mr. Olson.
Your Honor, I would note that the violation report indicated that the defendant drove off after providing a positive PBT. He was very close to the legal limit. We would have concerns about that. We would ask the court respectfully to impose a cash bond on this case. His bond was modified on September 27th to include additional conditions of no alcohol consumption testing. We did request a tether at that time. The court denied that on the basis that the check-in app has location data, but we would respectfully ask for a cash bond as well as a cam unit that the defendant be required to wear.
All right, I'm concerned about even releasing the defendant whatsoever. in this case. Looking at the reports that came in with regard to his testing, the prosecutor is correct. On the 10-15 date showed him at a 0.077. That is just shy.
Your Honor, I don't drive.
Whether you were driving or not is beside the point. You shouldn't have been drinking at all. You're out on bond for a habitual domestic violence case, and it looks like both no alcohol and mandatory treatment were explicit conditions of that bond. So if you got kicked out of the treatment facility for blowing a positive breath test, you didn't just mess up once, you likely violated multiple bond conditions at the same time. Driving never even has to enter the conversation for this to be a problem.
Hold on.
Hang on, Casey.
Okay.
That is just shy of the 0.08 level. Maybe the defendant wasn't driving, but the indication from New Directions is that he left the parking lot at a high rate of speed in a dark Dodge. The indication also is that he was belligerent during the testing.
Drove. That's not good.
That he did not comply with the urine screening, was unable to produce a specimen. I've got concerns about whether or not this defendant takes seriously his obligation to test. This is not a joke.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
Okay, yes, sir.
Hold on. This is not a joke. This is not something that is voluntary. This is not just a attempt to touch base with you and see how you're doing. This is a order of the court. And if you don't comply with it, then you can be held in criminal contempt, which is another 93-day misdemeanor. And frankly, you are getting awfully close to looking at that kind of response here. Having said that, I do think that there is an opportunity here to safely monitor the defendant and to keep the public safe as well. I'm going to go ahead and grant the defendant bond. I'm going to require that it be a cash bond. It's a $2,500 cash bond. I'm also going to require that he wear a CAM unit that will test his alcohol. If he tests positive at any time or there's any issues with that CAM device, then it'll be certainly my recommendation to Judge Hamlin or any other judge reviewing that he be held until this matter is ultimately resolved. These are serious charges. These activities are serious. At least there's some evidence, hasn't been proven, hasn't been charged. You may have driven pretty close to being drunk. So I've got some real concerns about this, and I think that we need to keep a tight rein on you until this matter is ultimately resolved. If you have issues with my bond decision, you can bring them up to Judge Hamlin. I'm sure he'd like to hear from you. Is there anything else that we can address with regard to bond, Ms. Conlon?
Not for us, Your Honor.
Okay,
Can I speak to an attorney?
Maybe we have a breakout room.
I'll allow you to do so. Let's go ahead and put Mr. Weathers and Ms. Conlon in a breakout room, please.
All right, so he and his attorney step into a breakout room to discuss an emergency bond reconsideration
And he
request.
just starts foaming
What
at
they
the
didn't
mouth.
take time to go over, apparently, was a very simple rule. What not to say to a judge if you don't like the decision you're about to get. And that oversight is about to matter a lot.
All right, let's go ahead and go back on the record.
What
In
did he
People v.
do?
Weathers, we lost everyone for a moment. But Mr. Weathers back along with his attorney. They've had a chance to speak. Was there anything else, Ms. Conlon, that we needed to address for the defense?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Weathers was just
What's up, Dory?
wondering if you would consider a 10% bond for him as he's unable to post the $2,500.
All right, let's go ahead and hear from Mr. Olson as to the modification of the bond request. Mr. Olson?
Judge, we would oppose that. In addition to that, Judge, I would also ask that I believe this is an original condition of his bond, but we would ask that this condition be applied both in and out of custody, that the defendant not have any contact with Emily Weathers, who's the victim in this case, to include through third parties or electronic communications.
That is, if it isn't, it should be, and is ordered to be an element of his bond in this case. I think, frankly, given the circumstances, that the bond level that I set was appropriate and proportionate in this case. It's sufficient to guarantee compliance. As a result, I'm going to leave that bond level where it is. So it looks like we're all set. Otherwise, Mr. Weathers, I'm sure that Mr. Judge Hamlin will see you soon. All right, take care, everybody.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Fuck you, Judge.
And that single misstep
There
ends up
you
costing
go.
him dearly, turning a moment of frustration into an indefinite consequence that strips away a chunk of his freedom.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Let's bring him back.
Oh man,
You want him
you
back?
just
I need him back.
He couldn't
hold
you
it in.
couldn't just contain yourself.
Let's
Had
see
to
if we
say
can
it.
bring
You,
Ms. Conlon back as
you
well.
honestly could have waited until that door to the fucking little room that you were doing this in closed. You could have muttered it under your breath. Like, that was a pretty loud fuck you, Judge. It reverberated through the room. You can wait like 2 minutes before saying that. Like, come on.
Your Honor, I was logging out when I heard Mr. Weathers' comment, and I assume you want him back.
I want him back, and I want him
Yeah,
back.
oh yeah, you know he does.
All right, let's go ahead and go on the record. This is
Oh,
People of the
God,
State
here
of
we
Michigan
go.
versus Casey Weathers. The underlying
Contempt of
file
court.
is file 24-15084-FH. The court had just ended the bond hearing when the defendant was being removed. He may or may not have been aware that the microphone was still on and picked him up, referencing the fucking judge. That is an act of contempt. It is contemptuous of this court and the court system. That subjects you, sir, to up to 93 days in jail, a fine of up to $500.
Dude.
I
Three
would
more
note
months
that
and
this is
$500.
direct contempt because it occurred directly in front of the court. The court therefore initiates summary proceedings and swears himself in. I do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony I will give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So, as I said, I just completed the hearing on bond for Mr. Weathers. Mr. Weathers made the comment I've already referenced as he was leaving.
Oh,
He
Mr.
probably wasn't
Weathers.
aware that the microphone was still on. Maybe he was. I know he's angry about the level of bond that was put in place, but he obviously showed contempt for the court. Ms. Conlon, do you have any questions for the court with regard to the statement that I've referenced on the record?
I don't, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Olson, do you have any questions
Yeah,
for the court with regard to the statement?
When even the attorney's like, yeah, nah, look, you made this bed, you gotta lay in it, dude. There's nothing I can do
Exactly.
to help you here.
Yeah, like, bro, you're fucked.
And I've just referenced.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Do either of you wish to present any additional evidence at this time in summary proceedings?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. All right. I do find that the defendant is in contempt of court. This is
Yep.
direct contempt. It is a criminal contempt violation. The
Forgot he was on
93
the
days
maximum
jail.
potential sentence is up to 93 days, a fine of up to not more than $7,500 in this circumstance. I can also put the defendant on probation. There are no damages here.
Damn.
My feelings aren't hurt.
$7,500.
So, as I said, there's no damages.
Check your mic.
The defendant has had Ms. Conlon here present throughout these proceedings. Sir, you simply can't engage in that kind of behavior when you're dealing with court. I understand you're angry. I get it. Believe me, I deal with angry people every day. You just can't do that. That shows contempt for the court system. And I have an obligation, frankly, to that system to take appropriate action when someone is in contempt. Ms. Conlon, do you have any argument regarding sentence?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Olson, do you have any argument regarding sentence?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Weathers, do you have anything to say on your behalf before I sentence you for contempt of court?
I apologize, Your Honor. I was out the door. I had no idea. This is all.
I know. I get it. I do. And I know it can be very frustrating. So look,
I turned myself in thinking I was doing the right thing, and now I'm just stuck. Like, I
Mr.
don't.
Weathers, you did. You can't, you can't say those kinds of things about a judge. Even if you feel that way, you can't do it.
Your Honor, I don't even know you, Your Honor. I wasn't trying.
Right.
I just can't believe I turned myself in, and I thought I was going to be able to get back out. That's why I turned myself in. That's all. I guess it's just frustrating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for taking my frustration out on you. It's not your fault. It's my own fault for getting myself in this position. I apologize, Your Honor.
I'll give him this much. He does come off as genuinely apologetic, even remorseful, for letting a thought escape his head that should have stayed there. But the judge isn't buying it, and honestly, the way he lays out the justification for the sentence is exactly why this moment hits so hard.
I believe you, and I accept your apology. Having said that, the system does require a pound of flesh from you, and here's what I'm going to do. I am going to sentence you to 2 days in jail for this violation.
Oh, very
You'll
light.
start serving that now. And that just means that even if you were able to come up with a bond,
Seems
you
like a
wouldn't be
chill
able to be
judge,
released
unlike
for
the
2
last
days.
one.
I'm not going to assess you any additional
the last
fines
one was
in this
wild.
case because
Sell your fucking
I know
car.
that you're trying to raise money in order to be able to deal with your the bond that I've already put in place. I don't think it serves justice to assess any additional fines and costs against you.
Go
But
knocking
Mr.
on
Weathers,
doors
I
and get
will
a
tell you that
job.
if you violate the law again like this, I mean, this is a misdemeanor violation. It's on your record now. If you violate the law like this again, you should expect a longer jail sentence and the possibility of a real fine. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Your Honor.
And there
All
it
right,
was.
guys, that's the end of today's video. 3 courtroom disasters, 2 arrests, and 1 truly insufferable performance. All in
Pretty
all,
wild.
a very good day in court. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you didn't,
2 days
feel free
in
to hit
jail
dislike.
is long enough to lose a job. That's true, Candy.
Yeah.
I cannot say your last name. I'm so sorry, but I'm just gonna call you Candy. You're a chat stripper now.
Chat stripper.
But no, the thing is, I don't think this guy is employed, so it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have
Yeah.
a job to lose.
I like the little position they froze him in down here.
He looks like a cryptid.
But no, those were decent ones, particularly the
Yeah,
the
that's
first
really,
lady.
pretty good. Pretty good.
God, she's such an asshole too. Although I have to disagree on the second one, and that one I think the judge is more of an asshole than the guy was.
Yeah, that was I don't know if the judge is inexperienced or has a fragile ego or whatever, but that was an unnecessary just like flex of power.
Yeah.
That's all that was.
But we do have another one.
What's going on? This is Colin.
another one I
got
couldn't
a
find,
good
like,
one. We were in North Dakota with Judge Thornton, I believe his name is. Sounds right, Judge Thornton. Anyways,
This
is
Mr. Beast looking
wild.
motherfucker. I'm kidding.
I've never seen
I
this
know.
happen, at least not to multiple people. Judge has to release everyone from jail. That's what he has to do. Someone's probably getting fired.
I've heard
for
of
this.
this.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much in the intro, but yeah, when there's a procedure that's not followed, and he's like, I
the
can't
judge
arraign these
releases
people. We gotta
everybody
let them
on
all
his
go.
docket.
Just wait till you hear the charges. Yeah, we have felonies that are being let go because procedure wasn't followed. Like I said, I don't know whose fault this is. The judge kind of walks through the process and kind of illustrates who's probably going to end up following the sword. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm Colin. We're cooling. Let's go.
Judge Nick Thornton.
Mr. Sandus appears on behalf of, my understanding is 3 individuals in the custody of the Stutzman County Correctional Center.
I have not seen this particular case. I have seen this judge before, though.
Yeah, I've seen him before too, and I've not seen this this video, but I have seen it in my feed suggested like several times.
Yeah. Also, nothing against this judge. From what I've seen of him, I like him. He's just like he's got a certain look about him.
Though my chat just keeps going bald, very bald. So there's that. My eyes.
Frankly,
My eyes.
I was informed by the Stutzman County Correctional Center that there were individuals in custody. There was no indication whom those individuals were or whether probable cause hearings had been previously held by other judges. I
looks
did
like a
not hold
person
any
who's never
probable
seen the
cause
sun.
hearings in these matters. and I am unaware of which defendants are physically present in the courtroom, or I'm sorry, in the Stutsman County Correctional Center. When the court was notified that there were individuals in jail that needed to be seen, I did indicate that I would handle those hearings and go on the record. At 11:30 a.m. this morning, with or without a prosecutor, the prosecutor was added to those email exchanges. Mr. Sandness was added to those email exchanges.
Oh,
Did the prosecutor just not show up?
I think that's what's going on. And yeah, if the prosecutor is going to show up for any of these cases, yeah, he has no choice but to release the docket. There's nothing he can do about it. What the fuck?
Ultimately, the prosecutor did not respond. The jail asked that the hearing be pushed to 11:45 instead of 11:30 due to some internal procedures. The jail had some unavailability. The court agreed. Again, the state's attorney does not appear in this matter, but has received notice. Mr. Sandness, again, does appear and does so by reliable electronic means. So first issue, Mr. Sandness, who's in jail?
Okay. So Judge, on my far right, looking at the County Correctional Center, that would be Ms. Lundquist, Trina Lundquist, L-U-N-D as in dog, Q-U-I-S-T. Seated next to her, we have Tanya Angeles, Angeles spelled like Los Angeles. And then partly obscured, we have, I'm assuming that's Mr. Hamden Hocking, H-O-C-K-I-N-G. So Miss Angeles has a felony aggravated assault charge pending. Ms. Lundquist has a second offense DUI, I believe Class B misdemeanor, and Mr. Hocking, I believe, has a domestic violence simple assault B misdemeanor.
Some naughty people.
Mr. Sandness, today is the day after a state holiday and a federal holiday. I have no documentation whatsoever sufficient to establish probable cause.
What?
Before I call these cases, are you aware of whether or not there is a probable cause declaration?
I am not, Judge. I know I looked up Mr. Hocking.
So did the prosecutor do nothing?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like nothing. None of the paperwork necessary for the judge to actually rule on this stuff has been done. At the very least, it has not been presented to the judge in the proper channel. His little fucking web portal that he has, that he should be able to literally, oh, these people, we should be able to click their names, and it should show any relevant stuff, including any attempts to establish from the prosecution side probable cause for these crimes. Doesn't sound like that happened, though.
Yeah.
Hocking's file, there's no file to look up online.
The prosecutor just hasn't done shit. Oh, yeah,
I'm assuming if they were arrested over the holiday weekend or holiday and the state attorney's office is closed, they have probably not filed anything.
Oh, fucking hell, man. There's nothing else he can do.
Yeah.
He has to let everyone go. Oh, you pistol. Look at him. He's going through everything.
Is there a representative or an administrator at the jail present in the room?
Yeah, Your Honor.
What is your name?
My name is Michaela Butcher, sir.
And are you aware of whether or not there was a probable cause hearing in any of these cases?
I am not aware. I can radio my sergeant and ask if he is aware of anything.
Jesus.
Well, one of the essential issues the court needs to address before I set bail is whether or not probable cause exists. Without a probable cause finding, I'm simply going to release all of these people because that's what the law requires me to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So get a hold of your sergeant.
You probably
And we'll go from there.
sergeant because this is fucked.
Yes, Your Honor, one moment.
Yeah.
We are in
God damn,
recess
come
until that
on,
happens.
guys. This is why paperwork is important.
And off the record.
So just since
Colin, why do I
the
gotta
county
see your
jails are
face?
mostly, still county employees as well. I know most of the actual administration are gone today when I was up there this morning. So it's, we've got the duty sergeant. He's the one that helped me
Duty sergeant, okay.
see the clients today. So
His glasses wrap around his head. Well, it's, to make sure they don't fall off.
We are back, Your Honor.
It's because he doesn't actually have
Wow,
ears.
that was an epic fail for the fade
He's a
out.
lizard person.
I usually set it for 2 seconds. I must have set that one for a lot longer than 2 seconds, so the screen was black for a minute. We didn't miss anything, but now you know what's going on. Probable cause has not been found, or at least not been filed. Yeah, if there's not probable cause, he can't arraign him. He's got to let them all go. A felony, a second DUI, and a DV. Not good. And this poor officer, she has no idea what's going on.
Mizu and Ava explain this case in Niji Sanji Hololive phase terms. Oh, good luck with that one.
Oh my god. I'm not taking a swing at that.
I wouldn't
it's
be able
just
to think of any way to do
inappropriate
it.
All 3 or 4 of them just got a free pass. I mean,
Actually,
yeah.
it's more like V Shoujo auditions.
Yeah, like, what?
It was the V Shoujo auditions chat, and then the CEO ran away to another country, so now nobody's getting in.
Nobody gets in.
She's the one in front of the judge. I have to answer questions. All
right. Stutsman County District Court is now back in session for some appearances
Does he have eyebrows?
for individuals being
don't
held in the
think he has
Stutsman County
eyebrows.
Correctional Center.
He might not.
Madam Jailer, the information you have for me?
So we
No, he
have
does.
double checked
Yeah,
our
he does,
email,
he
Your
does.
Honor. We have not received any correspondence from the clerks of court or the state's attorneys as to probable cause paperwork. Inside of our actual files themselves for our individuals, for Mr. Hawking, all we have been given is a hold sheet from the Jamestown Police Department stating simple assault domestic. That's all we have for Mr. Hawking. For Ms. Lundquist, all I have been given is a citation from the North Dakota Highway Patrol.
With that citation, is there a declaration of probable cause, either typewritten or handwritten?
I am looking here. There is not, Your Honor. There is just a citation.
Jesus Christ, someone's getting fired.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with respect to Miss Angeles?
For Miss Angeles, I am looking here.
There's just a sheet here with a frowny face.
All we have been given is a hold sheet from the Jamestown Police Department.
It's
Guys,
even
what
less
the
than a sheet
fuck?
with a frowny face.
Yeah, no, for real though. They haven't given anything. And they did it right at the beginning of a federal holiday weekend.
They just gave up, I guess.
Your laziness. No, they were just lazy. Oh, we'll get it done when we get back. Not thinking that, no, by the time you guys are back, it's going to be in front of a judge.
Yeah.
And you've not done any of your paperwork.
When you say pull sheet, what does that mean?
So when officers arrest individuals, they bring us, or they fill out something called a hold sheet. That,
H-O-L-D, not pull,
Yeah, hold.
right?
yes,
Hold.
H-O-L-D.
H-O-L-D.
Yes.
All right, the acoustics in my courtroom are not great, so I didn't quite hear what you said.
I think your hearing
so
is just bad
thank you.
too. I heard it.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
So they fill out a hold sheet.
Yes. In order to hold individuals for those first 48 hours, all we really require would be either a hold sheet, a citation, or if it's a parole violation, like a Rule 32 hold filled out by the probation officer. And then when the probable cause paperwork gets filed, then the courts forward that to us. And that gives us more ability to hold the person longer. In this case,
Yeah, but
for
no one's
two
filed
individuals,
probable
all I have been
cause.
given is the hold sheets. And in the third individual, all I have been given is the citation.
My God.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do, Judge?
When a person is arrested on a warrantless appearance, under Rule 5A2, the magistrate or judge must, quote, promptly determine whether probable cause exists under
Hold on.
Rule.
One of my chatters just said, even blurry, I can see the smile on the face of the first seat. They
Yeah,
know
she
they're
knows
about
she's
to be
leaving.
let go. Yeah, they know they got a free pass.
4A. If probable cause exists that the arrested
high-fiving
person
if
has
they
committed
could.
a criminal offense,
Oh yeah, 100%.
a complaint or information must be filed in the county
They'd be doing
where
this
the
in
offense
90
was
days.
allegedly committed. A copy of the complaint or information must be given within a reasonable time to the arrested person and to any magistrate before whom the arrested person is brought,
Yep.
if other than the magistrate with whom the complaint or information is filed. The court thereon must hold a hearing within a reasonable time. The U.S. Supreme Court, in 2 cases, has determined that a reasonable time is typically 48 hours. In those U.S. Supreme Court cases, one is County of Riverside versus McLaughlin. The other is Gerstein versus Pugh. The law requires this initial appearance to occur again within a reasonable time. That reasonable time is typically 48 hours. It can be longer than that if certain findings are made. It cannot be something that we just simply say we're not going to do it for.
Chat says, just imagine the prosecutor sitting at home going, I feel like I forgot something important.
He's sitting there on the couch. He's like, honey, you ever have that feeling like you left the stove on, but like for work?
I feel like I was supposed to do something.
Oh man, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
For a period of time. It can be shorter, and states can make it shorter. Minnesota's timeline is not 48 hours, it's 36 hours, for instance.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
And it's 36 hours by rule. North Dakota has just simply adopted the reasonableness requirement, which is what the Constitution requires, according to the U.S. Supreme Court. The North Dakota Supreme Court has relatively recently addressed this issue in State v. Malinsky out of Cass County. In that case, the court concluded that the 48-hour rule typically applies in North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Here, the court notes that Thursday, the 1st of January, was a state and federal holiday. The county commission has determined that January 2nd, today, which is Friday, is also a holiday for their purposes and closed the courtroom. Again, I have to make a probable cause determination, or a magistrate has to make a probable cause determination within a very short time. that time being typically 48 hours. All of these individuals were apparently arrested either
I'm not gonna lie,
New
Scott
Year's
saying this
Eve.
looks like a mafia boss. I'm just saying. He's like, hey, lovely restaurant you have here. Be ashamed if something happened to it.
You think he's gonna break kneecaps?
I think he is. I think he's actually the bailiff.
Or New Year's Day, meaning that today, January 2, is the next available court date. And even if there is no next available court date within that 48 hours, the court is always open, even if the courthouse is not, by statute and by court rule. The court is available, the court is working. Typically, at least historically, what has happened is that law enforcement officers who arrest someone who is taken without a warrant to a jail, those officers typically are required to file either a written declaration of probable cause, or they would call a judge, an on-call judge, within that 48-hour window and request an oral probable cause statement.
Yeah, that's what's really weird about this. It's like the fact that she has a citation and even the hold sheets or whatever they call them. You should have your written statement of probable cause from the cop who arrested them with that information. I mean, the fact that it's not there is very bizarre.
Exactly.
On a recorded line. So that's typically the process is a police officer, upon making an arrest and taking someone to jail on a holiday or a holiday weekend, would call a judge like me on a recorded line and request a probable cause determination, and would provide sworn testimony concerning probable cause to establish an offense has been committed. Some judges, myself included, would also set bail during those proceedings. Other judges would simply make the probable cause determination. In all cases, that recorded testimony is required to be included in the court's records. Here, the court has no information, no statement under oath establishing probable cause for any of the three defendants. The court is unaware of whether or not law enforcement contacted another district court judge to determine whether probable cause existed for the arrested offense, or the offense for which the individual defendants were arrested. That might have happened. I know I was called, I believe, on New Year's Eve on the 31st of December by Stutzman, no, not Stutzman County. It was a Jamestown police officer for a probable cause determination. And the moment he called me, I was unavailable. I called Stutzman County Dispatch back to handle that probable cause determination. And I was informed at that time from dispatch that the officer was able to communicate with another judge and have that hearing. I do not know whether that individual was any of the three individuals appearing in jail today.
Interesting.
It was at approximately, if I recall correctly, 3:30 in the afternoon on New Year's Eve when I received that call. And at that time, I was driving back from Jamestown to Valley City. And
I kind of feel like we're stalling. You know, to make another SpongeBob reference from the exact same movie, it kind of feels like Mindy, which she's like, "You think I'm stalling?" Stalling.
Yeah, his what would we call it? His cadence and how he talks is very slow. You think I'm stalling? Yes. Me. Yeah. Stalling. Yes.
You think I'm stalling.
It's such a good bit.
It kind of feels like that's where we're at, though. It's like,
Yeah,
I kind of
no, he
feel
needs
like
to.
we're done.
He needs to hurry it up.
Like, let's roll it up, Judge.
Yeah, like if you're gonna continue for fucking 10 more minutes, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Looks like he is.
Oh God.
Do we want to just say they all got let go and the day was saved?
Just put on 1.25 or something. Put it at a faster speed. It might sound better.
Asked that the officer call me back after 4:30, and again, I was not able to connect with that officer directly, but did speak with dispatch.
Oh, that's better.
Following January 1, the legislature and the Indigent Defense Commission now requires an indigent defense attorney to be present at all initial appearances and bail determinations, like this one, which is why Mr. Sandness appears.
Damn, it's still pretty slow even on the increased
Under Rule
pace.
44 of the North Dakota Rules of Criminal Procedure,
Oh, yeah.
defendant has the right to
His
counsel at every
pauses.
critical stage of the proceedings. The U.S. Supreme Court has determined that the determination of setting a bail is a critical proceeding for Sixth Amendment purposes, which is why both the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure and the North Dakota State Rules of Criminal Procedure indicate that a defendant has the right to counsel at every stage of the proceedings, including this one. There is no similar requirement for the state to appear, but there is, again, a requirement under Rule 5 and 5.1 that the court first determine whether probable cause exists before setting bail and advising the defendant of the charges, potential maximum and minimum possible penalties, court fees, restitution, immigration consequences, and other adverse collateral consequences.
Why
Here,
does
the
chat
court
want to
can't
put me
do
in
that
an
because
orange
I haven't
jumpsuit?
made a probable cause determination.
Why not?
I haven't been informed that a
This
probable
isn't
cause
an
determination
episode
was
of
handled by
Orange is
another
the New
judge.
Black.
There is no case file indicating to this court the basis for arrest or the basis for any potential charges. Therefore, the court can't complete its essential functions under Rule 5 and 5.1 of the North Dakota Rules of Criminal Procedure.
So you gotta let
Under
it
State v.
go.
Belinsky, the law mandates and requires me to do the following. For now, the court finds no probable cause for the offenses without prejudice. The Stutzman County Correctional Center is hereby ordered to discharge and long-form Trina Lundquist,
Yep.
Tanya Angelis, and Camden Hocking with a promise to appear for a later court proceeding.
Oh, but the guy was just
cannot set
celebrating.
further bail
I just saw
because the
him
court has
fucking
not made
punching
probable
the
cause
air
findings for any of
in
these individuals.
celebration.
And frankly, doesn't know if the charges are appropriate or not.
He would fuck yeah.
Again, for the three
freedom.
defendants and for Mr. Sandus' sake, I am not dismissing any charges. Merely they are being long-formed, but I am not going to allow the jail to hold these three individuals without first determining whether probable cause exists, that the crime was committed and that the defendant committed it, and second, the setting of bail. So the state attorney's office can long-form these individuals and seek either in a later arrest warrant based on a declaration of probable cause or a later summons based on a finding of probable cause. But for now, that's
this
what I
is a
have to
failing
do,
on the police department.
even though in at least one of the cases, perhaps that is not what I should do or what I want to do in light of the nature and seriousness of the offense. But I think that's what I am required to do for the reasons
the
that I
guy
stated
with
on
the
the record.
domestic, who he's talking about.
I am going to
He's
order
like, shit, I don't want to send this guy back.
a transcript of today's hearing
But
on
he
my
has
own
to.
accord
Yeah, there's no.
and require it to be
his
filed
hands
into
are
each
tied.
of these three cases because I think it's important for both the public and the jail and the state's attorney and the defendants to know why I reached the conclusion I did.
No, it's a
Anything else, Mr.
conclusion.
Sandus?
It's not even a conclusion. It's just
No, Your Honor. Can I have a moment just to explain to my
What
clients
has
what's
to
happening
happen?
if they have any questions?
We will stay connected after I go off the record.
Okay.
I don't want that portion of your conversation on the record.
Sure, understood.
Any questions at the jail?
Why not?
No, Your Honor, but would you be able to send us that in an email so we have a paper trail for our files?
I will send it in an email.
Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Well,
Oh, there it was.
that's it. Could a judge have not submitted the probable cause paperwork? No.
No. The judge just reviews what has been submitted. He doesn't have a whole lot of things to submit himself unless it's in the form of orders and such like that. Which, again, the court clerk will usually handle for him. He will just order the court clerk to draft an order.
Yes. We have to follow the system, right?
Yeah.
We can't just let parts of it start skipping over whatever they feel like.
Speaking
because
of,
then
that
you-
was something that was wild. I was watching Attorney Larry Foreman, and it showed he was showing the sidebars for the Karen Reed trial, the first one. And there's a point where the judge objects to something and calls the sidebar herself. And I'm like, what in the fucking corruption is this? We now know what it was about, and yeah, it was pretty fucking corrupt.
Yeah.
She's like, you
I forget,
can't
is Karen
show
Reed
the
the one that was
jury
accused of running
evidence more
somebody
than
over?
something more than once. And I'm like, bitch, if I don't think the jury has actually absorbed what I'm showing them, I will show it to them as many times as it takes. And there's no rule of evidence or anything that will actually allow you to tell me I can't show the jury something more than once.
Yeah. Looking it up. Yeah, it's
Anywho,
the case I remember.
Yeah.
Recommend checking out the sword wielding man offers squatter removal services. So there's a couple different ones of those. There's one that came out recently called the Squatter Hunter.
The squatter hunter, oh my god.
Yeah. So he has a YouTube channel where he uses that to kind of make money, but basically he offers homeowners to hire him to go into to basically scare the squatters out in a legal way.
Yeah.
The story behind him is his dad was a victim of a squatter that dragged out the court case for like 2 or 3 years or something ridiculous.
That's what they do, yeah.
Yeah, by the time they finally got into the house, it was basically ruined and it had to be trashed. And it upset him so much, he turned fucking with squatters into a business. Yeah. And apparently one of the easiest ways he has found to get squatters out is if you're a squatter, not always, but typically you have some sort of legal trouble already with the police. So the first thing he checks for is if they're on bond of any sort or parole of any sort.
Yeah, if there's any bonds or parole, if they have any warrants out.
So if that happens, he gets the homeowner to give him a lease for the rental lease for the exact same space, and he moves in with all of his guns.
Oh my god.
And then he sends an anonymous tip to the police that some people on parole or out on bond are currently living in a home with access to multiple firearms.
Holy shit, that's genius. that is fucking diabolical.
Bing,
my
bang,
god.
boom. They're out.
Yeah, you're done. You're living in a residence with firearms present. Oh, you can't do that. You're a felon.
Yeah, so some of the stuff he does is he basically just makes their life unbearable.
Yeah, that's fucking
because
amazing.
he's so used to doing it. He'll play music. He'll blast music literally all night long as
my
loud as
chat's
humanly
like,
possible.
he has my sword and my axe.
But no, like, I absolutely support the guy. Guy is based. Squatters fucking
Yeah.
suck.
No, squatters are really shitty.
And he streams it to YouTube. He's like, yeah, this is how. And don't think you can do what he does, by the way, because what he does is he has studied the law in his area so thoroughly
Yeah,
that he just knows what he can and can't do.
Exactly. I would not try to copy him without a thorough understanding of the law in your jurisdiction.
Yeah. Let me see. Is this the same person? Because if so, I could show chat. Well, here I will share, copy, and I'll pop it in the watch together. This is just a short CBS article on him, or CBS coverage on him.
Oh, okay.
Also, I gotta playback speed back to 1.
There you.
Now to our Eye on America look at squatters. Last night we explained how antiquated laws often protect those who are illegally occupying a property. Tonight, CBS's Carter Evans shows us who some property owners are turning to when the law is no help.
When Flash Shelton found a squatter in his mother's home in Northern California 5 years ago.
Are you Flash?
Yeah.
I'm Marla. Hey. I'm really sorry.
He figured out a way to work around the system that often appears to protect the squatter, not the property owner. Shelton outsquats the squatter.
These people feel like the law allows them to do it, so why not me?
The squatter hunter, as he's known.
This is the woman leaving at 5:06 a.m.
Targets squatters like this woman who moved into an apartment without permission while it was being fixed up. The property owner has provided Shelton with a legal lease to the apartment.
Based on the conversations and based on everything, I'll make a decision whether I'm going to literally move in with them.
Because he's now the real tenant, he can change the lock and turn the tables on the squatter.
They can't kick me out because I have a lease. So it's a game, it's a chess match.
Sometimes the squatter calls the cops. In this case, they quickly determined it's a matter for civil court, which still could take months to resolve with no guarantees.
Squatters are taking advantage of people. They just know that there's a system out there that allows them to live rent-free.
If someone takes possession of a property illegally, they're in violation of the law.
State Senator Bob Archuleta pushed through a new law in California allowing property owners to file a no trespass notice with local police.
It's good for a year. And it's there, it's on record. This way it gives the authority for the officers to respond because it's already been registered that no one is allowed in that building.
Florida also has a new law allowing cops to evict squatters immediately when they don't have a valid lease, and several other states have passed or proposed tougher measures on squatting. But until there are new laws on the books,
they're just saying, we're not leaving.
Lando Thomas and Kimberly Kotchik will confront squatters for a fee.
Knock, knock.
Starting at $2,500.
MJ, you in there, bro? How you doing, man?
Jesus,
this time,
that's
they're
a
trying
lot
to
of
get a
money.
26-year-old named Samjay to lead this Airbnb rental, along with his pregnant girlfriend and their 5 dogs.
You were supposed to leave on the 10th. This property owner needs his property back.
I would love to give it back to him, and as I've said, as soon as we can get a place.
It's now a race against time. If Samjay manages to stay here for 30 days, they'll have to go to court to
Oh,
evict him,
Jesus.
where the law considers squatters
Look at this
legitimate
mess.
tenants with certain rights of their own.
Are you going to move out? It's not possible for me to get all my stuff out now.
So where will you go when you leave here?
We got nowhere to go.
It sounds like you're saying you're on the verge of homelessness.
You could say that. Yeah, times are tough.
The squad finally talks Samjay into leaving with an offer to pay for a motel room and storage while he looks for a new place to live. And as hard as that may be to believe, for now, it's the quickest and cheapest way to get this squatter to leave a property he doesn't actually own. For
No, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
That
about
is-
your best way to do it.
Yeah. And that's what sucks about it. Like, you know, just refuse to
Yeah,
leave.
no,
and
we
they're like,
definitely need tougher laws on the books to handle squatters, especially.
Yeah.
They're fucking dicks.
Here is where I would and this heavily depends on state, but probably one of the worst things you can do, especially if it's something like an Airbnb, when the police show up, is to admit that you have let them into the house willingly.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, for my state, for the most part, I'm probably good to say, get out of my house or I'll shoot you.
There's some states you don't even need to say, get out of my house or I'll shoot you. You can just shoot them for being in your house.
Yeah. No, in my state, I could. And then it's like, okay, do you want to pretend with the police that you have a lease, or do you want to pretend with God that you have a lease?
Oh, Jesus.
I can let him sort you out. God, like, it sucks how some of this works. Because then even if you treat them as a tenant and you try and get them evicted, I've seen these cases go on for years for no reason. And it's like, no, the rules say I can evict a tenant in 30 days. 30 days is up. Why aren't they gone? It's like, well, they said they have a new lease with you. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? They can just say they have a new lease with me, and now we have to go through this shit again.
Which again is why some states it started, if you can't produce the lease, nah, we can evict you right here and now.
Yeah.
But again,
Look,
we saw that map, there's not nearly enough people who are adopting these laws.
Yeah. And like, it might suck like for tenants sometimes, but you are going to have to go down the route and be like, okay, you're going to have a signed and notarized lease if you want it to hold up in court.
Yeah.
And that just might be something you have to do. The famous Airbnb one comes to mind, Washington, I think. There's multiple Airbnb ones.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
Although there is a
people will
person
exploit.
that is well known in Washington because for the last like 10 years they have only lived in rental properties. And they keep swapping to
my
new
God.
ones.
Jesus.
They pay for 30 days living in an Airbnb and then get to live in the place rent free for the next 3 years. Because of how
Yeah,
Washington's
see, that's
laws are.
insane. That should not be allowed.
Yeah. And it doesn't make any sense
That's
to me because it's like
psychological
you
terror
have
by placing a
you have
clown
written
horn.
on paper like what their stay limit was. It was 30 days through Airbnb. Yes,
Yeah,
Nasco, we
and
read
yet they're
Twitch
able
chat.
to drag shit on fucking years because of that contract.
Yeah. Ah.
Ridiculous.
But no, chat, that's basically what it is. There's a couple different of these guys in different states that have learned how to do this. Don't just try and do it yourself. Like, laws can get really
absolutely not.
complicated.
Huh. Well, consult a lawyer in your area.
Yeah. The Virgin Cali squatters versus the Chad Texan front door open saw trap.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Or you just show up to a place with squatters in it and you're like, hey man, I'm going to need you to get out of there for like 10 minutes because I forgot to disable the landmines. And I don't know if they're going to go off or not.
I mean, you know, it comes to mind a clip of you deal with squatters in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
You just kind of, yeah, I mean, I was not kind to them.
Nobody likes squatters.
Nah.
And they get away with it because they pretend like, no, we're tenants. Like, everybody knows you're not. We can see you're not.
No gosh darn tenant.
Ugh. But
And
chat,
they
that's all I
always live
really
so
have
grossly.
today.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all
yeah,
we have
no.
today.
Well, because they don't need to clean it. They expect to get kicked out in 3 years, and then the other people have to clean it. But even then, I was like, I can't imagine living in that for 3 years.
Yeah, how could you stomach that for that long?
Like that guy at the end,
Ew.
if you heard them, they said that he's only been there for like less than a month.
Yeah, and look at how dirty that place was.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
They've been in there 30 years.
My welcome Matt Playmore has a new friend. But alrighty, chat, that's all we have for you today on this week's Lawtism.
Yes, yes.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell as hard as you possibly can. And we'll see you all on the next one. I can say that really fast now.
Ava's been practicing. Also, here, guys, I'll send you guys to Akko.
Okay, let's see who I can...
You're talking about Logan Paul scamming people.
Oh, yeah, he's always doing that.
Although Akko's chat says Logan Paul scammed his fans again, I'm pretty sure this is the same court case with CoffeeZilla. So if you haven't heard about it yet...
it is. It came back
the
up.
only update with the court case with CoffeeZilla is that Logan Paul is trying to get his deposition sealed.
Yeah, because apparently it's pretty devastating for him.
Yes.
Like,
Also,
he
thank
makes
you, Gabby,
a lot
for the
of
100
admissions and stuff. I mean, something. He is working tooth and nail to not have this deposition released.
Yeah, there's got to be some wild shit in there for him to like fight so hard on it, and it's not gonna work.
No, it's not. Definitely not gonna work.
If I remember right, this is still about him scamming people with the crypto coin. It was called Zoo something, I forget.
Crypto Zoo.
Yeah, Crypto Zoo.
Why do I remember that? Ew, gross.
All I remembered was
All
Zoo
right,
something.
Chet. We will talk to you all later.
But bye, guys.
Everything
We'll
should
see
be
y'all
working.
later. By the way, Friday, me, Ava, and Shiroi are supposed to play Barony.
Yes,
If that's still happening.
that should still be happening, yeah.
Yes. And then